and gentlemen, Shane. You don't qualify as a lady or a gentleman, so Shane. Hi.
Oh.
How are you?
We're identifying as a final boss today.
Oh, fantastic. Ladies, but everybody else watching, hello. Welcome back to First Strike. Once again, it's Tuesday. What else do you do on Tuesdays? What do you do on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays, I try to pick the same shirt that you're going to wear.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but...
we only own, I think, 3 of the same shirts.
Do we have 3? I know we each have, like, you have the Nintendo Power one, you have the Sega one, I have the Sega one. I did have your original shirt.
Oh, you did have the original one?
I did, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh.
I don't know where it went.
Man, that thing is going to be rare one day.
It's a collectible.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It fit me nicely. And it was a good quality shirt.
And then the First Strike ones, so I guess 2 of each of those.
Oh, yeah, I just never wear that one. I have, like, the baseball tee, and I wear that a lot.
Ah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, which you don't have.
No, definitely don't.
But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to First Strike. We're back today. We're going to be talking about what we're playing this week, as per usual. Probably a big portion is going to be, we're going to talk about free-to-play games versus not free-to-play.
Free to not free to play?
Free to not free to play. That's
nice.
Exactly right.
Yeah, this is why you're the host.
A co-host.
Yeah, free to
You're here to correct me on my mistakes.
Yes.
We got Damien Panner at the stream, Radical Rob, who changed his name back to Radical Rob. That's good. We got X Desire. Yeah. Nixia, welcome to the stream. The Watermelon King, Royalty, once again, gracing our presence.
Well, why not?
Who's going to cut their hair first, Brandon or Shane?
Ooh.
You know, it's funny. We had a thing for a while. They're like a pact.
Yeah.
And neither of us could cut our hair.
Yeah.
And both of our hair got fairly long, and then you cut it, and then like a month later I cut it.
What was the reason again?
It was tickling.
I think I was emceeing a wedding.
Is that actually why you cut it?
And that's why I had to cut it.
You were hating it. Like, you were complaining how hot it was. Like,
I didn't like it, but I still need a reason. When my wife hates it so much, then that just encourages me more to keep it for whatever reason.
That sounds
like you. Yeah, I was getting quite warm with that thing, but we're getting there. We're slowly, we're getting back.
I would just like to remind people, since we are wearing the same shirt today, you can get one. You can come down to the shop.
Go to your local Goodwill.
Your local Goodwill. You can probably... everyone gets rid of these the day after they buy them. Or find them, rather. Come get an Extra Life GameShop t-shirt.
Why does yours look so much darker than mine?
Because it's actually a different shirt.
Yeah, you paid extra for yours.
I did. Because I wanted it to fit me nicely. I'm skinny.
You haven't washed that one very much, have you?
This one?
Yeah.
This is brand new.
Oh, it is, eh?
Like, I'm wearing a different shirt than you are. It's a different brand of shirt.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, mine has a texture to it.
Yeah, I saw that. I just noticed that now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for ordering me one.
Well, you have that one. That one fits you fine. Anyway, so how's everyone doing tonight? We got, Watermelon Killing. How is it going? How's it going, Shane?
Going well.
Yeah. What are you playing this week, man?
Going well. Man, I haven't really been playing much of anything. We've gone a little bit back into the Fortnite stuff because that game is so hard to shake. It's such a good time.
I can't believe how much that game has blown up. Like,
40 million people have played it, and they had 2 million concurrent users at the same time, which is that's just crazy.
I find it funny that this game, you would refer to it as a PUBG like knockoff.
That's exactly how I referred to it before.
And now it's bigger than PUBG.
It's bigger than PUBG, which is crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You were just early to that because at first it was just a PUBG knockoff, and
it honestly played like it. It was buggy as hell. It was not tight. It was not a tight experience. The shooting was gross. Everything was just not perfect. But I've never seen a developer work with users so much to get the right product out there all the time. And they're updating stuff, they're changing stuff all the time. They take suggestions. If you go on the Fortnite subreddit, so many ideas that average people have proposed end up being in the game.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. Like, there's a huge map expansion coming, I think, on Thursday. And a lot of the stuff in there are directly what people were recommending or came up with on the subreddit, and they're all over it. So it's crazy. It really is.
I've never seen a game developer listen so much to their fan base. It's pretty crazy. Do they only have the one map? Like, I've only seen one.
Just the one map, yep.
Okay.
They've made changes to it, so it is a bit different than when it first started, and it's getting a big change on Thursday. But what's kind of funny is the same maker, Epic Games, they also make Paragon.
Oh.
Which was very popular, also free to play.
Yeah.
And it's funny, they had so many big plans for Paragon, like this year and last year, that they basically just had told everybody, you know what, sorry, but this Fortnite thing is getting way too big. We just can't go back to what Paragon is. So they've kind of just moved on. So those guys, I have a buddy that still plays Paragon every day.
Poor guy.
And yeah, he's a bit disappointed. But he likes Fortnite too, so can't lose.
Yeah, yeah, good for that. Just like PUBG, they made a game that just it blew up.
Yeah.
Blew up. So is that all you've been playing? A little bit, anyway?
Pretty much. I played a bit of that Enter the Gungeon.
Right, yeah, you're...
And it's okay. I don't know if it has any lasting powers, but, I mean, it's okay.
Okay. What have I been playing? Still streaming Paper Mario. We finished the Lava Piranha, Chapter 5 today. That was fun.
That's exactly where I ended when I rented it for a week for the first time.
I love
first
that.
time.
You made it far from that. You must have just been hammering down on the game. Like.
Yeah, because I told my mom, we can rent this now. I have a week to play it. After this, all my progress is gone because the next guy is going to be a douchebag and delete my save file.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that stuff. So I need to try to beat it now. And I could not beat that damn Fire Flower for some reason.
Kim, welcome to the stream. Robert, welcome to the stream. Paragon, more like Paragon.
Oh!
Get it?
I do.
Get it?
That's a good one.
Is it good? Is it good?
I like it.
It's good?
I like it.
It's good. Yeah, so I've been playing Paper Mario, obviously. I put up the stream poll for the next game I play through. They're all newer games. I felt like I needed to finally play something new. The game that's winning right now is a game that I've wanted you to play for a while, and I've wanted to play for a while. So I'm excited to play
Which one's that?
I can't tell you yet.
Why?
It's a Patreon thing, so it's a secret. It's top government.
Okay.
Kim, welcome to the stream. So yeah, but
I'm supposed to play it?
I've been playing Dragon Quest VIII still.
Yeah.
It's super good. I started looking into all the rest of them to see if they were all worth playing.
Yeah.
The originals do look fun, but they definitely look dated. They were on the NES.
Oh, yeah. That first one, man, that is a tough grind. I played through it once, and I will never play it again. It's just, it's a hard one to do. It's so hard.
I've heard, but I hear 3 is a classic. Like, it expanded a lot on the original, too.
Could be. I never went to number 2. I just couldn't do it.
Fair. 7 looks really good. I like the look of 7. It gives me a bit of a Final Fantasy 9 feel, based on how it looks. It's cute.
Yeah, it was a late PS1 game, so...
Yeah, it looks... Sense. There's a 3DS remake, which looks super good, too. It looks better in a way, but I wouldn't want to play it on the 3DS. That's my issue.
Why would anybody want to play anything on a 3DS? Honestly, why?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Dragon Quest VIII has been super good. I mean, I'm only a little... Like, I'm not super far in the game yet. I made it off the main island. I made it to the southern continent's what they call it. I got the third party member. Her name's Jessica. I don't know how much you want me to tell you because I think you kind of want to play.
You know what? Not too much. I'll get to it at some point.
Okay. Either way, it is super good so far. It's not too complicated. I don't know how complicated of a combat system Ni no Kuni had. I'm not sure if you had action commands, if it was...
No action commands. The hardest thing was just juggling between, are you fighting with your main guy or fighting with your friendlies? Okay. Is what they were called. So you'd kind of go back and forth and...
Okay. Dragon Quest, there's nothing really complicated. It's just finding the balance between who's attacking, who's healing, who's buffing up. Like, that's kind of...
So typical RPG
there's nothing too complicated.
They are really heating this room today, aren't they?
You were just wearing so many layers, man.
No, I'm not.
If anything, I feel kind of chilled.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I got the shirt on underneath, but...
And sweatpants. You never
wear
sweatpants.
Those are over there.
Why don't you take them off? Oh, yeah, you're naked down there. Okay. First strike. Brought to you by No Pants. I'd love to hang out back at school tomorrow. All right, thank you for stopping by. Next year, have a fantastic night. I forgot that you're both losers and like bad puns. Who doesn't like a good bad pun? Come on. Anyway, moving forward.
She knows a lot about losers, being a Montreal fan. So.
Oh!
They're just not that good.
Burn. You got a lot of stuff in this week.
Oh, man.
I'm talking a lot of stuff.
Lots. My biggest thing after Christmas, that whole thing as a shop here, I felt like I had nothing in the store.
Yeah.
There were so many sales that we went through, so much stuff got pushed out of here. We just didn't have almost anything in.
Your console shelf was dry.
There was like nothing there, man. It was terrible.
You had a sealed GameCube, which no one's gonna buy.
Yeah.
And like a NES in the box, and that was it.
That was basically it.
That
yeah.
was literally what you had.
Yeah, and I started to freak out a little bit, almost as much as when a week before I was supposed to open, I had no shelving units whatsoever.
Right.
And I was freaking out, man. I didn't even know what I was supposed to do.
I think that was poor planning. You did no...
But like, I can't get the shelving before I have keys to the place.
I guess.
If you know what I mean.
I
Like,
guess.
where am I going to store them?
Right.
But then that was crazy. But then I remember, I got here like 6:30 in the morning. I sat on a chair or the couch or the floor or something, and I was just sitting there like, man, I have no shelves, nothing.
Yeah.
So that was tough. Anyways, so yeah, I was freaking out a bit about what am I supposed to do, because yeah, you can go the eBay route and just pay full market value and never get any of that money back, which would kind of suck. So yeah, I went, made a few contacts, tried to find some stuff, met a guy that lives just a block or two away from my house. He had some really old stuff. He had a couple Atari 2600s. He had an Intellivision 2.
Yeah, he had some older.
Yeah, a couple other just like old stuff that wasn't going to sell in here nicely, but it'll look real nice.
He got a decent deal.
So yeah, and it was decently priced and all that. So I was cool with it. And then I told him, yeah, if you have anything else ever, let me know. Sure enough, about 2 weeks later, he calls me back, or he sends me a message saying, hey, I got a lot more stuff. You want to come take a look at it?
For sure.
So I go take a look at it, and now we're talking. He's got 364s, 4 NESs, a GameCube, and then...
Your games all from the same place?
Yeah, that was all from the same guy.
Wow.
A bunch of Sega CD games, of all things, a couple N64 games, 1 GameCube game. It was just mostly consoles, which is super weird. Usually it's like 1 console and then some games.
Which is funny, because you needed consoles.
Yeah.
So...
So we made a deal, and oddly enough, one of the games that we got was not super rare, but it was definitely a rare and a hard-to-find title.
But you wouldn't think it would be at all.
No, you wouldn't think it would be. It's Home Improvement on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I've played it on an emulator, because I was a big fan of the show. So I've played it on an emulator, and it's weird. It doesn't make any sense.
I would imagine.
It's super weird, but whatever. They had a no-name developer, no-name publisher, all that stuff, so that's why it is so rare, because there's just not that many out there. They didn't make that many.
Right.
But the loose card itself usually goes about $50 to $70 Canadian, but this guy's got the box.
Yeah.
And the manual.
It's in decent condition.
And the poster, and the registration cards, all that stuff.
Manual.
Yeah.
It's got the manual.
Fun fact about this game is, if you're familiar at all with Tim the Toolman Taylor from that show, it's Tim Allen, obviously. Whatever, you know how he was. He didn't need rules or instructions, any of that stuff. He just did whatever he wanted. So the manual for this game has actual print on both sides, when you open it up, both sides of it. And then just big red letters across everything, blocking everything.
Yeah, like they have a manual.
Yeah,
it's printed out behind
and it says, "Real men don't need instructions."
Just so you can't read
everything. So he can't read anything. There's no manual, and that's just the coolest touch to this thing. Whoever thought about that was awesome. I would love to know who thought about that, but that game is part of it. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. That's never gonna sell in here. Who's gonna drop that much money on a home improvement game?
Yeah, you got it for a very
so
good price.
we're probably gonna trade it away or something. But yeah, it was awesome picking up that big lot. We also took in a Wii U the other day in a couple of games. There's another guy that I used to be friends with like 10 years ago or something. He came into the shop and he's been bringing me a bunch of stuff that he has just sitting around. So we've been getting a lot of stuff in here. So now console wise, I'm pretty good. Now I just need them games, man.
It's ironic timing too. Like this couldn't have happened at a better.
I really needed it. So
just to recap, you got a Wii U in the shop at the moment, which is crazy. The 2DS, you have a 2DS in here. 3 N64s. You had none a little bit ago.
Had none.
One of them has the expansion pack. Two of them. One of them. I don't know. Yeah, one of them. Damien, buy it.
Yeah, he wants that one.
What else you got here? You got a GameCube, a bunch of NESs, 3 of them. I don't know. You got the Super Nintendo Mini. From the we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Like the initial lot you got with the Atari 2600, that was all last week already.
Yeah.
But you have stock again, so that's good.
Which is awesome. That's what we needed. And honestly, picking this stuff up, that's what it's all about. That's where the real fun is seeing what people have, going through it, making offers, coming up with a deal, bringing it back, and going through it. I love that. That is game collecting in a nutshell right there. Expect nothing, but you might find gold. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so much fun.
The journey to getting a collection is what is fun about the collection. That's kind of how a game reviewer sees us, a game collector, which is super neat. Yeah, I'm trying to think if you've got anything else. That's the Super Nintendo Mini is probably one of the coolest things you've got, in my opinion. I haven't seen one of those.
Yeah, I've never owned one. Always knew they were there. Never owned it.
I don't know if they're any different than this. Like, do they run?
Not really. They don't have the RF switch out.
That's right.
Which is fine because everything was using the red, white, and yellow cables anyway. So.
Yeah. All right. Does it do S-Video?
No.
No? Okay, so that's it.
Well, you could buy a third-party cable that would have S-Video and do it that way.
Right.
But it would still take that one port because it's the only port they had.
Okay, for sure. So that's super cool. There was that guy. We had a guy come in here a long time ago. Literally almost a year ago. And he was upset with Shane.
That was more than a year ago.
Was it more than a year
That was
already?
a few months after we opened, I think.
It was early, I know that much.
Yeah.
I didn't know you too well. No, I knew you.
Kind of. Not super.
We had the podcast at the time because we brought it up.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was after that August.
Oh, okay.
Sure, yeah. Anyway, you can tell it. You were here. I wasn't even here.
Yeah, so I had sold a GameCube and some stuff to this older couple, and it was fine. Everything was good. A couple weeks later, then all of a sudden one of their sons come in, and he comes in with a couple of buddies, and right away he's upset. He's claiming the thing doesn't work, and I know it worked when I sold it to him.
Exactly.
And he wants a refund, and I was just telling him, like, for one, you didn't pay for this, so I would need your parents to come back in because they paid for it, and also this guy looked like he was under 18. So I told him I'm not going to give you a refund if I don't know that your parents are cool with it because they're the ones that bought it, and we can hook it up right now and see if there's a problem, but I know there's not a problem. And he got so pissed off, just to no end. He was so mad, yelling and just, cursing me and stuff. He leaves, he slams the door, makes so much of a ruckus, all that stuff. And then he gives me a call right after.
Yeah.
Right after that. Just wondering if I could get your name. I'm like, no! You can't.
First of all, look at any... it's not hard to find.
And now you're banned from here because you're trying to destroy our property. So see you later. Oh, and then he writes me the 1-star review, and he starts... Oh, before that even, he's just cursing me even more on the phone, saying he's going to call the Better Business Bureau, which I'm not part of anyway.
He's going to have you on your knees.
And he's not going to stop until I'm on my knees and he has my job, because that's how it works, I guess. Whatever. He never came back in again, all that stuff. And then... all of a sudden, like a week ago, 2 weeks.
Yeah, just drops in.
He walks in here. And I looked and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the guy.
It had been a year. It's literally been a year since you walked in here.
This will be interesting. No, he walks up. He apologizes. He said it was all his bad. He was in a bad place at the time. We shook hands. Everything was all forgiven, all that stuff. So everything was good. So it's always nice having a happy ending to those things. Because it's just good for both people, really. Because now for me, it's out of my head. It doesn't affect me anymore. And for him, it obviously made an impact on him because he wouldn't be coming back in here apologizing for it. So,
yeah, it was just weird that after a year, this guy waltzes back in. And now I'm sorry. Now.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know,
it is.
I'll give almost anybody a second chance at stuff.
Just call me because I wasn't here for the story, so he just started talking about it, and I was like, this thing, because he's not what I expected. When you told me this story, I imagined somebody else. So yeah, it was cool for him to come back and apologize, though.
It sure was.
Doesn't happen all the time, which is super neat. I mean, we'll move on out of shop stuff and talk about some games. Talk about some games like free to play versus not free to play.
A lot of pros and cons on both sides.
Definitely.
So we're gonna be looking through this as the eyes of a developer of a game.
Okay. Sure.
What do you want to do? Are we doing this free to play or are we doing this not free to play?
First of all, if you're going to do it, it doesn't work for every genre of game. Some games it works and some games it doesn't. It also goes, you have to go about it the right way. If free to play is different than pay to win.
Very different.
Pay to win is a problem. If
Yes.
you're a developer who bases their financial structure on making you a better player by spending more money on the game, that's a bad game design.
That is terrible game design.
Absolutely.
Battlefront 2 rings a bell instantly. That's That's what they did. If you pay money, you get better loot boxes, you get faster reloading, more health, this and that.
Call of Duty, I think, does the same thing.
It's just dumb. Don't do that.
What else? I know that, not Dota, League of Legends, I heard, is bad for that in comparison to Dota.
Yeah, if you're gonna have the microtransactions, it's got to be purely aesthetic, and that's it.
For sure.
That can't affect a game. Like, your game will never make the leap to being a professionally played game in esports and all that. If it all depends on microtransactions and you getting this buff or that buff, your game's going nowhere. It'll never make that type of leap because you're alienating so many people where it's not about skill anymore. It's about how much money do you have.
Exactly. I used to play, it's a big joke now, but the Wizard 101 game, it has a terrible financial structure to it. It's free to play. You can, okay, actually no, it's not even. There's a difference between free to play and free to download. This game's free to download, which means you can get it and you can play about the first hour or two, and then after that, you have to pay by the area in the game, which is a terrible. That game, if I was a smarter kid, I would have never played this game because every zone you go to is that you have to pay for that zone, and it's like $5 or $10. And that game is padded out so long, unnecessarily. It's like 3 huge story arcs, which all have different zones in them, that you are spending over $1,000 on this game in the end. Cause
really?
I'm not even, because again, they pad out the game a lot for the sole purpose of making money.
Wow.
You can also get a subscription, which is different. Like with this paying by zone, you get an in-game currency and then you pay for the zone. Or you can do a subscription thing like WoW. So you pay for the year, the month, 6 months.
Oh, okay.
And then you just have everything.
Oh, okay.
And then you lose it after, which is a better
That's
structure.
better, yeah.
With WoW, that is an okay structure, I think, because WoW is an ever-expanding game. Like, it's never done. Like, you will always have something to do in it. I think Final Fantasy XIV is...
Yeah, it'd be similar.
Similar. Any MMO. That works for that structure. I think that's totally fine. I'm losing my train of thought here. Buy some crowns, I dare you. No, we're not. No! Robert, shut up. Shut up. Someone just walked in your shop. Who just walked in the shop?
Somebody. It's all good. Anyways, the other side of the free-to-play game is all the exposure it's going to give you when this game is out. Because now it's free. Now anybody can download this thing and just straight up play it. So when you're having a game where everybody has to buy it for $60 or $80 or whatever, it becomes a bigger thing now because not everybody is going to buy that. Maybe there's a bigger release just around the corner that people are waiting for. If it's free to play, you can just straight up download it. This is where Fortnite came in, and it was free, which is why I tried it to begin with. Because I saw it as a PUBG Lite, and it looked okay, so we gave it a shot, and man, it blew my mind, and I'm still playing it. Probably 150 hours in or whatever it is.
So by paying for it, what changes? What do you get? I don't understand that.
Paying for it does nothing. There is a single player campaign, sort of. You can play with buddies too, but there is a campaign mode that you can play that lets you earn in-game currency to buy stuff, and it's a separate mode.
Right.
And it kind of works. It's okay. I bought it anyway, even though I've played it for about 10 minutes and it just wasn't for me.
Okay.
but I had a hard time just having this game for free, putting 150 hours into it, and not giving these guys anything. So I bought the game at $30 just because I felt bad that I was playing the game so much. So by making it free to play, they benefited so much from all the streamers and all the exposure that you're getting. And all they have to tell you is all you have to do is download the game.
Yeah.
That's it. And they have microtransactions, but it's all aesthetic stuff.
See, they get it.
And that's how it has to be.
I was reading an article about someone defending EA that games are like the cheapest medium of entertainment. Like it's a lot cheaper to play a game over anything else.
Sure, if you're going on dollars per hour.
Yeah,
it can be. Yep.
Then you're probably right, and games could be more expensive. But when it becomes this if every game worked like an EA game, and it was all based on that's just a bad model. It doesn't work. You can make the argument that it is the cheapest form of entertainment, but that way is not the way to make it more expensive.
Yeah. I think EA's next game, Anthem, is going to be in all sorts of trouble. Because that thing is basically, it's being dubbed as the Destiny killer. And what we saw with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and how crappy that was with all the microtransactions. We're going nowhere with Anthem. Anthem is it's gonna suck unless if they really change their marketing and show that they are different. Because it is BioWare developing it, but at the roots, it's still EA having their fingers in there, and that's just a recipe for disaster right now.
We had Kevin, Captain Retro, on the show. He was streaming it the other day. I was watching his stream. The game itself looks so good. As a Star Wars fan, that game looks so fun. And the way Kevin was talking about it, because he was curious too about these microtransactions and how it works. He says it's not as bad as people say it is. He thinks they blew it out of the water a little bit.
They did make a lot of changes.
That's what I heard as well.
Afterwards,
I don't know I don't know if they just made it cheaper. If they, I don't know.
They took away a lot of things.
Okay.
Right at the beginning, like originally, you could just buy fast reloading, buy more health, and all this stuff, which is in a game like that, that's stupid, man. Then you're winning just because you have triple the health that the next guy does.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the only
reason.
Because you
bought it.
You're just a walking tank because you threw in $50, and now you're just gonna walk around and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I wasn't sure the exact. I knew they made changes, and I brought it up.
They did make a lot, but honestly, it's those first impressions. That's the reason I didn't buy an Xbox One. The first impressions of that Xbox One were unbelievable. So with games like that, now I don't want to touch EA for a long time. I've already been kind of done with them anyways, but Anthem interested me at first, but I ain't going near that thing, man.
It's a shame. When companies care more about the money than the quality of their game. But Fortnite, they do it right. They absolutely do it right. Just like Dota. They care about the game.
Dota.
I don't like Dota. Don't get me wrong.
No, me neither. That's not for me.
But it does what it does right. It doesn't make you pay to win and all that jazz. I don't have anything else to say on it. I don't know what's better. Like if I would rather buy a game. Like I would rather buy a game in one shot and own all of it, right? But again, for some genres, it's okay for the pay for more type thing. Again, like WoW, it's acceptable to pay for more of the game because the game never ends, right? Yeah. You kind of can tie it into DLC a little bit. Like it's okay to pay for DLC if it's good, and if it's adding to the game, and it didn't feel like this was supposed to be in the game to begin with, right?
That's the big difference when you can tell that this should have been part of the game and they just took that out just to sell it later. Yeah, that just really sucks.
Telltale Games kind of feels like that a little bit. They do the parts.
Yeah.
They do everything. I don't know why they do it that way. Maybe it's a money thing.
That and they're working on so many different stories all the time. They kind of want to get all of them out and just kind of do a circle. Yeah. Okay, we're working on Walking Dead, we're working on Game of Thrones, we're working on Borderlands, working on this, and then they kind of just go.
Yeah.
All over the place.
It's interesting how that's set up. But we'll move on. And we'll talk about collecting for a little bit.
Oh.
You've been into that recently. You've been picking a lot of stuff up.
Always been into that.
Well, I know, but like you've been doing a lot of it all of a sudden. Like lately, from what I know of you for stock, you get a lot of the stuff from people who just bring it to you.
Yeah.
Or on eBay. This is the first time I've actually heard you've been going out a lot.
Yeah, and the main reason for that is I just don't have the time to go to these flea markets and to browse Kijiji and just out on a whim, just all of a sudden, oh man, this guy's got a bunch of stuff just got posted. I'm gonna go to his house right now and pick this up. So
for sure. In collecting, first of all, I want to just ask you, just for my own knowledge, what's some of the coolest stuff you've ever had in your collection?
Coolest stuff?
Yeah, before you opened the shop and you had your.
I still have it. It's one of my favorite pieces, the Sega Nomad.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll never forget that one. It's a handheld Sega Genesis that you can play on the go. You can plug in another controller to it and play 2-player on this really tiny screen. It wouldn't be fun, but you can do it. That's one of my favorite pieces I've got.
It's a clunky thing. It's a big block.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not much of a handheld. It works, but
yeah. I mean, it's got the whole portability thing, but But yeah, finding anything in the box. My first Nintendo in the box always holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
The factory sealed Paper Mario that I got, that was really cool.
I still love that when I convinced my coworker to buy it. And you were upset enough about it that that day you ordered another Paper Mario in the box off eBay. It's like you never even made the sale.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you apparently left it at home.
And I love the weird stuff. I like the TurboGrafx. Getting that for the first time, that was awesome. The Panasonic 3DO in the box, like that was wicked too. You just don't find this stuff.
Yeah.
And especially Sega. My first Sega CD and Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, all that stuff that is very hard to find here in Canada. In the States, it's a little bit way more common to find all this stuff, but in Canada, it's super hard to get any of that stuff, and I just love it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, as long as we're talking about it, stuff you haven't owned, or maybe you have in the past, but would like your top couple things that you would love to have in your collection. That's kind of what we're going to be going over here.
So stadium events, Little Samson.
Like you can go off of the value if you want.
Nintendo World Championships.
Sure. Or just something personal, something that you want to have because you want to either play it or you want to have it not necessarily because of the value, but because of what it is, right?
Right.
I already got this Snowboard Kids 2. I'm really happy to have that. It's not like a super rare game. It's just uncommon.
Very uncommon.
And I love that that's I wanted that really badly because I love the Snowboard Kids quote-unquote series. It's 2 games. But I'm super...
They had a DS one, didn't they?
I don't think so.
No?
No. Maybe? That's fine. If there is, I'd be surprised.
I thought there was.
I love Snowboard Kids, so yeah, just to have that in my N64 lot is super neat. So stuff like in that regard.
Yeah.
What do you got?
One thing that I would really like is Shadow of the Ninja for the NES.
Right.
It's a game I used to rent all the time, and I just loved it. So that's pretty high on my list. It runs about $50 to $70. They did?
There's one on DS.
I thought they had one on DS.
Is there really? What's it called?
SBK Snowboard Kids.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like an SSX.
I have seen that. When I was making my thumbnail for it, spoiler alert, man. Yeah, you're right.
Of course I'm right.
Can we get another one? Come on, Snowboard Kids on the Switch.
Well, talk to Sega. They own Atlas now.
Come on, can you talk to Sega?
They want it.
Sure.
Technically, you have been talking to Sega.
I want it. I want Shadow of the Ninja. It's an awesome ninja fighting platformer.
Did you used to rent it, or
used to rent it all the time?
Okay.
And I haven't been able to get it since then. Doesn't go for much. It's like $60, maybe 70.
Okay, that doesn't look like a Snowboard Kids game anymore. That looks like a tricky game. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. So where are we at here? I always talk about this. I want at some point in my life, I'm gonna make it happen. I want every Funtastic N64. That's something I want. My love for the N64 is just huge, and to have all the colors would be sweet.
We're gonna be getting one of them in here soon.
Oh, from who?
From somebody.
What color?
It's a color.
Okay, is it the most common or is it the least common?
It's not super common.
So it's not the green one?
I'd say it's in the middle.
So it's not the green one?
Nope.
I'm gonna make a prediction because you're not gonna tell me.
No, I won't tell you.
I think you are getting the ice blue.
Okay.
That's my prediction. We will keep you tuned in for when we find out in the next episode of First Strike.
If you get past the paywall and pay me money.
And pay us money.
Then I will tell you.
Pay by the episode. Yeah.
Then I may tell you.
Right. So that's cool. I'm stoked. I would love to have that. I would also love. This is purely based on the value. I want Cubivore. Would love to have Cubivore.
I've had that one before.
Have you actually owned it?
Yep.
No way.
That is a weird game.
Where did you find it?
Some guy in Winnipeg. I bought a bunch of rare GameCube stuff off of him. For a while, I was trying to go for a full GameCube collection.
Right.
Hit somewhere around like 400, I think.
See, that's what I want. I want a full GameCube collection.
And yeah, I had the Cubivore, had Fire Emblem, had the Phantasy Star Onlines.
It's impressive.
There was a couple other heavy hitters. I didn't have Pokemon Box. That one was just way too expensive.
That is a tough one.
Or that NCAA basketball. Didn't have that one either.
Right.
Just stupid.
Yeah, like there are quite a few rare ones, but that Cubivore should stand because I want to play it. Because of how weird.
It is so weird.
I know.
And it just looks like a 64 game with those like
blocky.
low-res, blocky polygon graphics. It's so weird.
It reminds me of that. It's a Steam game. It looks similar. Life is Strange or something. Something is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Is that what it's called? It's this weird. Yeah, it looks like that game, which is interesting. I just want to play it because it's super bizarre. That's what I want. Games specifically that I want, that you want? Any games other than Shadow the Ninja that you really want to have?
I want to get Lufia 1 and 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Lufia.
Yep. 2 RPGs. Apparently really good. Awesome level design, so I've been told. Those games I would really like to play, but I don't want to buy them because they're too expensive.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And you're never going to find them here, which really sucks.
I mean, you might.
Yeah, maybe.
Canada's tough. You're right. The game collecting scene is so different.
Yeah, I mean, if you just... Out of 1,000 copies being sold, Canada probably gets 500 and the rest go to the States. So your odds of finding that they're just... Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to go to the States or order for them because it's a smaller market here,
Yep.
which is a shame. I would love to have... So, back on the N64, I would love to have the gray cart of Majora's Mask. That's a cool one. There's not really much different there, but it's just worth something, which is cool. So
Yep.
to say I have it would be nice. Same goes for the gold cart for Ocarina of Time, which did have some differences. The blood was red.
The blood plus the chanting on the one.
Yeah, and if you go to the Fire Temple, they removed the chanting because
It's a Muslim chant.
it was like it sounded like a Muslim chant, and I think Nintendo was worried that they were going to get offended. Nobody actually did get offended, but they were worried that they would.
Yeah.
So they changed it. So I'd love to have those. Obviously, it'd be huge. I wouldn't mind any not for resale cart. Just one cart
Okay.
that's a not for resale.
I've had a couple of them. Mario Party 3 is a super common one to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that one before.
Demo cartridges are also super cool. There's a Donkey Kong 64 demo cart that I've seen that has some weird extra content in it, and those are super neat. Yeah, that'd be huge. And I'm not really sure what else. It's particularly that I want to play. When it comes to collecting, my views on it are like it's cool to have a lot of the games. Because not every game that's valuable is fun. It's just like a low print run or something. So
Yeah.
Value plays a big part there. What else do you have here? Because I have nothing written down.
About for stuff I want? Or
I don't know about anything.
just about anything?
Just about anything.
Just about anything, eh?
Yeah. We got 3 people here. Who gives a shit? Just throw something out. Say anything.
Gonna take some listener questions.
We'll take your calls in now.
Yeah.
Viewer calls.
Our number is still 911.
So just give us a ring with your
We'll
question.
answer.
Right.
I mean, whatever. What game should I play next? That's a decent option.
Well, you don't want to play Persona 3 because...
No, I actually ended up selling it.
What?
Yeah, did I tell you?
No.
No, I had a guy in here, he's wanting a PS2, and he's looking around some games, picked out 2, and then he's like, and I want that Persona.
Because you had it on the desk?
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
I'm like, oh.
But you ordered that for you.
I know I did. So I charged enough that I could still go and order another one. But yeah, I still gotta wait to play that game. Persona's a tough thing to just jump into, and I feel like it's been not quite a year since I finished Persona 5, and you gotta give that time to get back into it, especially if I'm jumping back.
It is a long RPG.
Yeah,
so,
we're talking 100 hours.
So yeah, you do need to have something in between there. I don't know what genre are you thinking about?
I mean, I like the RPGs.
Okay, but if you're gonna take a break from RPGs, don't play another RPG.
I don't have to take a break from the RPGs. I gotta take a break from Persona RPGs. That's a very different style of game.
When's Ni no Kuni 2 coming out?
I don't know, but I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're changing way too much stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna touch it.
Really, huh?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, we'll see. We'll wait and see what the reviews are, but they're changing a lot of stuff, and everything I've heard is just not very good.
I think you should play Hat in Time. I want you to play Hat in Time.
Yeah, that's a.
It's a quick game. Apparently, it's like 15 hours max.
Really?
Yeah, you'll get through it. It's a platform.
Oh, okay.
It's not like no platform.
You know what? Once it goes on sale, I'll probably pick it up. I'm not huge on it right now.
Yeah. Play through Paper Mario again. There you go. Come on. You wanted to play it a while ago.
Yeah. But just watching you play it for like 10 minutes, then I'm okay to not go back there.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. I've been playing through it, and I love the game, as I have made very clear.
Yeah.
And it's playing it through this time is weird. I'm just powering through it like it's butter, because I've played through it so many times, and this is the first time I've played through it, and it's just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Every other time I've played through, it's been like, oh, I fucking love this game.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this game. And this time, it's just been like, am I done yet? Which is weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Whenever I get to the 1,000-year door, I'm excited for that because I haven't played through that one even longer than that one. So.
Yeah, and the problem with that one is I'd probably make it to chapter 2. Is it where you go to Bogley Woods?
Yeah.
And then, man, those stupid little punies. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Oh, do I hate those things?
I called them punnies as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, that chapter. Okay, I like how the forest looks. It's super pretty.
It looks fine. I mean, Flurry is weird to watch because those things are
jugulars. Those cloud.
They're weird style choice.
Yeah.
There. Soup. Yeah.
That's probably my least favorite chapter in the game.
Yep, by far.
Just I don't like the Bogley tree. It's just the music's weird. The punies, they're weird. It's not.
It's annoying.
I love the Glitz Pit though.
That one's much better.
That and the train, two of my favorite chapters.
I think I might just bite the bullet and buy like a $60, $70 game on eBay, and then just be forced to play it now because I bought it.
No matter what the game is, just.
Oh, I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna see. Or I could play that Home Improvement.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to play Home Improvement? If you get stuck, there's an instruction manual. Don't worry.
Kind of.
I don't know. I think you should take a break from the RPGs. Play something. I was interested. I was weirded out when you said you wanted to play Enter the Gungeon. Because it's on the Switch. I've seen it on the Switch. I've seen trailer. I've seen gameplay of it before you mentioned it to me. And I didn't think that was a game you would play. It just
I like that style of game.
The game is very good.
It's just not as good as Rogue Legacy. It's not as good as The Binding of Isaac.
Right.
And those are what I compare it to. Yeah, it's got its own weird spin-off thing, but it's just not quite there. I think I still want to get to a point where I beat the 5 stages or whatever. I've been on the 5th stage a few times. Just can't quite get there again. But, I mean, it's okay. It's just not...
Have you played any of the other... I know you liked the original Shovel Knight. There's like 3 Shovel Knight games out now. Have you played?
No, I only played the first one.
So that might be something. Because you really liked the first one.
Yeah.
And they're all relatively the same.
But I also just like playing the older games just because they're older. And I like that.
Sure.
So.
Sure. I don't know, man. It's your call. Sonic Mania. All those games you never finished. You never finished Sonic Mania. You never finished Yooka-Laylee. That was one.
Yeah, but like I said, I like playing the old stuff.
Is that what you're into right now? You need something old?
Yeah, I'm really into the old stuff.
Star Tropics. You have it in the box.
Yeah, I do.
Play some Star Tropics.
Good.
It's good.
Or I could just go buy Lufia.
Or you could buy... Fine, do what you want. You ask for these recommendations and then shut all of them down.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Damien saying that you should play Claymates for the Super Nintendo. Why not? You should play Donkey Kong 64. That's what you should play.
No, I can't do that.
Why not? I mean, I can't do that.
Just can't.
I don't want to hear what you can't do.
We played that a while ago.
I played it and you sat there.
I played a little bit of it.
Did you even?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a great game.
I mean, he swings vine to vine, but it's still not as good as Pitfall Harry does it.
Okay, play Pitfall Harry then.
I should.
No, you shouldn't. That's the one that you think about?
I should play some Pitfall.
In the Mind Adventure?
Yep.
Right. Well, lovely. Alright. What should I play next? After Dragon Quest.
You should play Call of Duty. Play that COD.
That makes me want to end the podcast.
Play some COD.
Just because you said COD.
Yeah,
COD
some COD 7 or 8, whatever the new one is.
I do kind of want to play Battlefront 2. When I watched the gameplay of it, it looked really good. It looked really fun. It just...
Yeah, but it's about Star Wars.
I love Star Wars. I finally watched Rogue One the other day.
And is it amazing?
The movie?
Is it so good?
Yes.
Just amazing.
So good.
Just such a good movie.
Freaking amazing, man.
Amazing, though.
It blew my mind, dude.
It blew your mind.
It was
really.
It was really
So
good.
a bunch of guys floating in space, just having a rainbow sword around.
I didn't see the new movie. I saw Rogue
stuff.
One. I'll be even more impressed with the new movie. I'm excited.
Go watch it then.
I can't.
Why?
Because it's like an hour away.
Yeah, but they didn't play it in Steinbach?
Not yet. It always takes them a few months for they get a Star Wars movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's stupid.
It's a big franchise. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah.
It shouldn't be that big. It's so overrated.
Pod Racer for the N64 is so damn good. I really wish... There's a PC version, which apparently is even better. It's the same game, but ported. I really wish they'd make a new Star Wars pod racing game. Because that could be so much fun in modern graphics.
No.
It really could.
No.
Can you just say that? Because you don't... Man, you pissed me off. You're
It's
such
just
a
not,
jackass. You're an
man,
ignorant
the
jackass.
Pod Racer, the Mario Karts, all that stuff.
No, it's
not,
different. It's
not
nice.
fun
It's like
anymore.
F-Zero in a way, but Star Wars.
It's just not fun anymore.
That was something we were going to talk about. Games, genres, I think it was.
Yeah, the kart pod racer genre is dead to me. I really don't care about it anymore. As a kid, I loved it.
I know what you mean.
Playing the Mario Karts and like every game could have been a kart racer as far as I'm concerned. But going back to to that now, playing anything now,
It's really not.
it's just not fun.
I know what you mean. Like I was talking to you earlier. Like I was going through my GameCube collection yesterday. I don't own a single game, a single Mario Kart game at all. I don't own any of them. I don't own Double Dash. I don't own 64.
See, I would buy the best one at Mario 64.
I would too.
And then just stop there.
I would have it to have it, but I wouldn't play it that often. Cause like I love Mario Kart.
That's
64.
one I would still go back and play.
Sure, the battle mode's fun, and then the racing's fun with friends. But yeah, Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart Double Dash. It's a genre that I'm just not really.
I just
into
don't. Yeah.
anymore. I used to love it too. Like I could play it a lot.
Same with like the real racing games, like Need for Speed. I don't care to play that anymore. And like Gran Turismo, I played the first or second one for some reason. Enjoyed it because as a kid, I guess you enjoy anything. And I can't stand that now.
Racing simulators, and then there's your arcade racer. I always preferred arcade racers by far.
Yep.
And just any racing game. It's a genre you can only do so much with. Like it's kind of been tapped out of what it is, and what it is now is what it will always be. And
The cars they're gonna look great, regardless of
graphically,
they're gonna look awesome. The weather's gonna be awesome. Like it's
still
I don't know.
you're racing. That's what it is.
Yeah,
and that's what it
and
will
if
be.
it's not arcadey and super fun like a Burnout 3 and 4 and 5 or whatever, then I'm not too interested.
That's kind of what I am with all that. Like a car, racing games are technically sports games. That's kind of how I am with all sports games. I don't like realism in them. I like arcade feeling stuff. That's why Snowboard Kids and 1080 Snowboarding, the SX Tricky games, those are fun to me.
Yeah.
All your arcade racing games, Mario Karts, they don't try to be real. I don't like reality. And that's probably why I haven't played any of the new Grand Theft Autos, because everything about them feels real.
And Grand Theft Auto is kind of overrated anyway.
Well, that's what you say. I
Just
haven't
like
played
Star Wars.
Stop it. Yeah, I just don't like realism in video games. I play video games to escape reality, not to be plunged into more reality,
So
right?
you want to play a life simulator?
No. Well, I mean, I liked The Sims for a while there, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, everybody has that Sims phase a little bit. I played it for like a weekend at my buddy's house.
How was that?
I just
Which one?
tried to... I have no idea. 1 or 2 probably.
Okay, there's still 3 people. I want to wrap up. Do you want to wrap up?
Yep.
All right, that's everything I got to cover. Everything you're good?
It's just hot as balls in here, man.
You're wearing
That doesn't
3
answer
layers.
1!
3!
2!
Long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
With the t-shirt.
Yes.
You got a hat on. You got your... Okay, you took your sweatpants
Shorts.
off. You took your sweatpants off.
I got shorts on.
All right, we're gonna
And it's still... there's just this hot draft, man. Right
right here?
right up there. I don't like it.
All right, winding down.
Winding down.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been First Strike. We'll be live again Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Central Time next week. Come hang out. Join the show. It's a great time. It's a fantastic time. As we get rated. As we get rated. Come on, Corey. You couldn't have done that 10 minutes ago.
I swear he was just waiting.
Yeah, he was
Just
waiting.
wait. Okay, as soon as these guys wrap up, he's not even streaming it. As soon as you guys go, okay, done. Let's go now.
Go, get in there.
That's hilarious, man. Well, what's up, everybody? We were wrapping up, but we can stick around, a little bit. Yeah, you guys are dropping missiles and all that stuff. Watching Corey play them World of Warcraft stuff. How's that going?
You sound really Canadian right now.
I am. What do you
just
expect?
the way you were talking there. It's like you were trying to sound more Canadian than you.
I know. I'm trying to get myself excited because I thought we were wrapping down.
What, wrapping down?
Wrapping down. I was reading Damien's thing. But, yeah, welcome here.
Corey,
everybody.
thank you for the raid, sir. You're a true gentleman. A true gentleman indeed.
So we can get back to why kart racing sucks?
It doesn't suck. It's just, it's a genre that appeals. It can be fun in the right setting still, but it's not like you get excited to play kart racers anymore. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm sure I could enjoy it if I was with buddies and we were probably drinking or something. Like then it could be, all right, Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's about it. Even my little brother has Mario Kart 8, and he loves it on the Switch. And it just, I played it for, I think I did one match on that thing, and I didn't care.
I couldn't beat your
I'm
time.
done. I'm not. Oh, that's right.
I could not beat your time.
That was my first time doing it.
Shane, okay, so you got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We played it in the shop. He goes on the Excite Bike track.
Of course.
Does time trial. Sets a time. I'm there for like an hour trying to beat the first time you set. Can't do it. You come back and beat it in your first try. I'm just not good at Mario Kart. That's what it is.
That was awesome. That was a great time. That's probably some of the best times I had with that Switch.
It was a good time. The Breath of the Wild event, that was awesome. I still love thinking about that.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
I think that game is still a bit on the overrated side.
You loved it.
It's fine.
It's okay, you've gone from it's a great game to it's a good game to it's fine. Make up your mind.
No, it's decent. It's not bad. There's just so much stuff missing from it, man. It could have been way better, but they don't reward you for doing anything, which is a problem.
Damien, you're not wrong. You're really just not wrong.
But is he good at making pizzas?
Not even.
Just flipping that pizza.
No, I don't put the sauce at the way
round
to the
and
edge,
round.
and he gets mad at me. There's like a, I don't know, a little bit.
Yeah, you have a layer thing.
We are the sauce.
Use a teaspoon that you.
Well, we're the crustless pizza, right? So there's no crust. It's just put sauce and.
What do you mean
topping.
no crust? How do you have no crust?
Well, like there's no like hotline. There's no like crust on the edge. We go our toppings and sauce and it goes to the edge.
Yeah, that's video game related.
Yeah, it is. Well, you asked.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, no, I'm not good at games. None of them. Not one of them. All right, we're gonna wrap up anyway. We're wrapping up. Winding down.
Wrapping down.
Wrapping up. Wrapping left.
Down.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll be live again next week, Tuesday. Thank you, Corey, for the raid. You prolonged us for another minute and a half, so thanks. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what's happening. But we'll see you then. Have a fantastic night.
Game stuff.
Toodaloo, as they say.